You know, when the screens come closer to you, and that is what it means in the streaming era. In the cable and satellite world, 15, 10, 20 years ago, it was a buffet environment, right? But in an a la carte, direct-to-consumer environment, people decide what they're going to watch. You're talking of captive audience experience, not a surfing audience experience. And I think China leapfrogged into this world perhaps more earlier than actually many places. I don't think it matters. No matter whether it's short or long, when the screens are so close to you because you're holding them as phones or iPads or laptops, or the normal TV screens became much bigger in size. When they are closer, there's no need to shout because the screens are so much closer and the experience is more intimate. The storytelling also needs to change. That's the key point I was making. It's a very small point, but very important in terms of understanding what the streaming universe does to storytelling, even in the documentary space. That's why we don't want to call ourselves documentary, we call ourselves real-life entertainment. When we see ourselves as Discovery, we kind of think of ourselves as a very unique blend of Hollywood meets journalism. So that's very different from an approach where information is first. Of course there's a story. So that's like saying story in information versus information in story. We want to do information in story. That's always been Discovery's quest. And now with the streaming universe, we have to be even bolder, but without compromising knowledge, insight, factual takeaways. Because the internet in that sense, no matter in China or elsewhere, has made tastes become more common and more universal. So that we feel is a very exciting opportunity. So, in the past we might say Chinese viewer is different, the Japanese viewer, which is true. It is true the older you get, the younger you get, there is really an opportunity to make one show which can actually work for multiple audiences. Our Made in China for the World mission is partially based out of this insight. Just that in the past, we were making shows in the US or UK and we called that Made in America or Made in UK for the world. But today we can do the same, keeping the center, say a young Chinese audience in mind, knowing if we cook it together with the right local partner, because we can only kind of make the show successful in China if you're doing it really locally with a local production partner. But we can bring in the distance and international perspective. And if we blend that together, coffee and the coffee beans, then one show can travel to multiple locations while still, what you call global local ways of doing things. And that's a huge opportunity. They are already the greatest travelers in the world. I mean, COVID apart, because it has affected. But they are, the greatest travelers in the history of China. They're moving, they're soaking in experience. They just need to do more of the same. Because the more you travel, that's why this generation is carrying the culture of a 5,000-year continuous civilization while exploring the world in a way that's never been done before at that scale. Many years ago, you had one Sun Mao from Zhejiang. Today, everybody carries Sun Mao spirit. The whole new generation. So I think that confidence, and that confidence makes the experience of the Chinese younger generation unique, is they're still custodians of a 5,000-year culture which is continuous, and they are breaking out of the wall at the scale and curiosity